G'day there, Richard Taylor, personal trainer. I'm here with Bobby Singh, ketone master. We're going to talk all things ketones, ketosis and fitness. So I'm going to throw it to you, Bobby.
Yes, sir.
What got you into this? Yep. What led you down the keto journey?
So a few years ago, I have found out the word ketosis, or staying in a state of ketosis.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to fight inflammation of my shoulder. I did a lot of martial arts, wrestling, boxing, and it was a lot of wear and tear of my shoulder joint.
Right.
Been to physios, chiros.
Yeah.
Everyone told me there's inflammation, but no one said how it will go away. Doing all this rehab exercises, but nothing happened. Funny enough. Then when doctor said it's inflammation, then I started looking into the ketosis, because it does lower inflammation of the body.
Yeah.
And then I have started following it, not like hardcore. I started doing my research because it was fairly new, almost 3 years ago. Started doing that, cut down the carbohydrates, cut down the sugars because sugar is inflammatory, and increase the healthy fats because the fats are like a mobilization of your joint. You know what happened when your window or a door make sound? You put the oil in it.
Yeah.
So that's how it works for the joints.
Yeah.
Inflammation's down, more raw materials for the joints to heal, and now after 3 years, it's perfect. Can't say 100%, 98%. Yeah.
So
that's how it started.
That's very interesting. I didn't even know that.
Thanks, bro.
So I thought you wanted to get shredded.
Always shred AF.
What are the benefits of keto? Because that's a benefit. What you just discussed was a benefit that probably most people hadn't.
If we go back about 80, 90 years ago, so ketogenic type of a lifestyle, doctors used to put on the kids who got Alzheimer's disease.
Yes.
Who has an epileptical seizure. Epileptical seizure is where the brain loses the connection with the neurons and they can't communicate. And the problem, if it's not communication, that means inflammation or nerve damages. So ketones, when your body runs on the ketones, it has the neuroprotective mechanisms that protect your neurons. So that was many years ago. Now the ketogenic state has came into a limelight. Everyone know what exactly is happening. So what the benefits of weight loss, people know about weight loss, but the weight loss is not the first thing you notice. That's the bonus you get after lowering the inflammation, fixing up your gut, fixing up your hormones, fixing up your sleep. So all these things, when they're completely fixed and the hormone starts to work for you rather than against you, your body would go, okay, I'm going perfectly. I don't want all these unwanted fats which I'm carrying.
Yeah.
Use it. Body would only use the fats where there's a lot of stress going on, because that's the defense mechanism. So once stress is lower, it starts to move on.
Right.
So that's the benefit. So you might get a very quick weight loss. That's the water weight, but then people get plateaued. But when the weight is just going down and down, that means your body is in the healthy state.
Yeah.
So these are the benefits. Your mental clarity is really good.
Right.
But works on insulin resistance, works on sugar cravings, works on bad sleep, bad mood, foggy brain, crampings, stress, anxiety, works on so many things. The only lifestyle, I think, which is being researched to have all these applications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, I think a lot of people at least want to try, have tried or want to try the ketogenic diet. What would what are the first steps to starting?
To start,
Yeah.
Everyone is different. Some people they just can't get off carbohydrates, but that's completely fine because this is not for everyone. It's an experiment. Humanity is an experiment, and whatever works for you, you do it. But if you would like to do, so my first opinion will be never go cold turkey, never drop carbs, and never drop everything.
Yeah.
Your body runs on two different fuel sources. Once you have a glucose, which is carbohydrates, converts glucose and your fuel, like a petrol in a car. The other fuel source, which is the natural fuel source of your body, which is a defense mechanism, a backup plan which body has from thousand years ago. Now that gets time to come and play its part. So ketones, fat burning. So if you're trying to get into the ketosis will never happen as long as there's a sugar present, because there's the first fuel source. So you have to deplete the glycogen stored sugars. Ketosis won't happen if your cortisol is very high and you're really stressed out, because cortisol is a fat storing hormone. It doesn't allow body to release fats. It won't happen if your body is naturally deficient in carnitine production, because the carnitine mobilizes the fats, take the fats out from the adipose tissues. It won't happen if you're insulin resistant. If you're too much insulin is a fat storing and the new fat cells creating hormone. And also for the females, even for the guys, high estrogenic level will also not have body into ketosis. So simple step. Start cutting down your carbohydrates, starchy carbohydrates and sugars, not a fiber carb, you need them. Starchy carbohydrate like rice, potatoes, quinoa. Start to cut it down. So you're cutting down your one fuel source. Slowly start increase your healthy fats. So don't have egg whites, have a whole egg, yellow, you get the fats. Add some seeds, nuts, avocado. So in that way, you're depleting one fuel source and increasing the other fuel source. So body does not go in a depleted stage of shock. And then do an experiment with you. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then there would be a stage that you will go off completely, and then the benefit will come. You will just feel amazing. First few weeks can be up and down, but everyone is different. So work with that principle. Improve your electrolytes, get electrolytes up. Your B vitamins, very, very important. Slowly reducing carbohydrates and increasing healthy fats. The first thing, and that's the basic for everyone. And people do get a lot of good results even doing that.
How about how do we know it's what are your measurement techniques? So how do you know you're going in the right direction?
So we have the clients I have coached, they also have that meter where they check the blood and all that. But the best thing to know is listen to your body, what your body is saying. If you're not feeling dizzy in the afternoon, if you're not having energy crashes, if you're not craving for salt or sugars, if your sleep is better, if you're not getting bloated after training, if you're not getting this brain fog, if you're energetic, no gas in the stomach, that means your body is running perfectly. That's the first sign of staying in keto. Energetic. Sometimes some of my clients say, "Oh, it's hard for me to go to bed," because they just burst with the energy. That's the first few weeks of effect. But if you really, really want to know the numbers, because some people like to see the numbers, then you get that measurement ketone strips, which you pee on, or the blood measurement. So there's no system is 100% accurate, but the blood is more closer to being accurate, because the pee stick, you have to pee right in the thing, and if your urine doesn't seep in through the paper, it won't change the color. So it's hard.
So it's unreliable, or it's moderately reliable?
Moderately, it can give you a rough idea, but the blood one can show you how much glucose you have, the insulin, and then how much ketones you have. So that's perfect. From range from 0.4 to some people like me, some of my clients, Joe, have gone up to 3.8, 3.9.
That's good. Because a lot of, how do we know? And the strips are cheap.
Strips are cheap. Pharmacy. Pharmacy. Both machines get from pharmacy.
But do you don't recommend them, or you just like whatever about the?
Generally, I haven't recommended to anyone. And most of the clients, they have just felt how they feel by normal changing of just taking sugars away from your food. So many benefits of it. And if they want it, then I tell them you can buy and how you use it. But also sometimes numbers also play psychologically. If they're feeling really great, but the numbers are low, then they get stressed out. And while you're stressed, you're hitting your hormones up and down.
So that's funny. But also on converse to that, if you're not feeling good, but you see a good number, it might improve.
It might,
So it just fucks with you.
Whatever works for you, man. If you jump on it, get some machines and papers next to you. If you feel like, check it. If you don't feel like, don't do it.
No, I agree.
Just follow. 50 years, 60 years ago, who was checking all this shit? Numbers and macros and calories, and everyone was healthy.
100%. So talk us through a day of ketogenic eating.
Eating, yeah.
Basic meal plan.
Yeah. So basic meal plan, a lot of people think it's boring, but it's not boring. You just have to be creative for your life if you wanna have a good health.
Yeah.
Your body is like a temple, and you nurture it, you culture it. Your body is investment. So the breakfast, the typical breakfast, we have a lot of recipe. We can't tell you over the camera, but just roughly, the best thing to have to add eggs, because eggs are the very, very important superfood. It has everything you need apart from sugars and carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Everything you need. So for rough people, like 2 to 3 eggs, boiled or cook in any style. So that's our protein and the fat and the multivitamins, multiminerals. Then we would add chopped spinach, kale, broccoli, celery, you name it, the greens, tomatoes and all that. Put them in. Now we got the fiber part. Otherwise, bowel movements can be a problem. We all know that. And then I'll do half avocado.
Yeah.
Perfect balance of healthy fats, fiber, even a bit of protein in there too. And then if you like coffee or a tea, I know the bulletproof coffee is very famous these days, but it's you can have that with. Don't go overboard with all the butters and ghees and fats, because some people they would find it hard to lose weight as well. So a bit of teaspoon of coconut oil if you like, and some cinnamon powder to work on your insulin. So you got your fats, the running machine, running fuel. You got your protein, the building blocks and the repairing of your body, and then you have the fiber to look after your gut, good bacteria, so they are healthy and happy. If they get the shits, then you get the shits. That's it. And vitamins, minerals. You got every single nutrient which is required, but apart from the starchy carbs and the sugars. That's your breakfast. With that breakfast, with that much of fat, some people they would say, "Oh, I'm not even hungry for lunch." No problem. Skip it. But if you do feel hungry in the initial stages, so lunch will be again same principle: protein, fat, fiber. So protein can be meat, fish, chicken, whatever cooked in your own styles. Put some herbs. So that's your protein and the fat. And then another small fats for omega-3s and 6s, handful of seeds and nuts on top. Walnuts, almonds, pecans, they're really good options, sunflower seeds. And then chopped salad. And then salad can be sauteed, stir-fried, put some olive oil in there. That's it. So you got all the essential micronutrients. And similar thing can be in the dinner, but you can change your meat or you cook in your style, whatever. So all we need to do is just stay away from the starchy carbohydrates and the sugars. And eat whatever you want. If you see like sushi, go sashimi. Just don't worry about rice, seaweed, miso soup, this and that, everything. So this is your normal kind of thing.
What about edamame?
Edamame, isn't it kind of a soybean or it's like a bean?
It's a soybean.
It's a soybean. So it would have a
limit.
It would have a little
or
bit
exclude.
Limit. Moderation is okay. Exclude would be in the initial stages fruits, most of the fruits apart from berries. So most of the fruit like a watermelon and all this, they're very high in fructose. And the fructose, as we all know, slow down the liver work. And then liver is the main fat burning organ.
Right.
So fructose, starchy carbs.
So it's good. It seems like easy to follow, and it's not unhealthy. Well, the diet you described is not unhealthy. It's like the diet. You can, like anything, you can turn a diet into junk if you want to.
Exactly.
And like I remember, this is fucking stupid.
Tell us all your stupidity.
I was getting ready to go to Las Vegas for a Bucks party, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on a ketogenic diet," and I ate like cheese or just cheese for a week. And I think I felt like shit and I put on weight.
Because a lot of people, they said, "Oh, it's healthy, like a kombucha. It's a big thing. Everyone says it's healthy. The guy came and I said, I'm just bloated all day. I said, why? He goes, because I'm drinking 4 or 5 of them. If it's healthy, it doesn't mean you overkill it. Simple.
Too funny. What else? Hang on, just to check if this is still going.
Now let me, because you've been a personal trainer for like we all, most of the chats will know, being long. You have achieved some serious results. Now, I would ask you a question regarding exercises.
Yeah.
So if someone is on a very, very low carbohydrate lifestyle, in the initial stages, they won't have much glucose strength.
Yeah.
And if they still want to improve their lean muscle mass, what kind of exercise plan would you recommend without muscle breakdown?
So I wouldn't customize the plan.
Yep.
I'd still proceed with an exercise program that's going to build the most amount of muscle and see how they adapt to it.
Yep.
Possibly, it's all trial and error.
Of course.
I don't know how they'll respond. I don't know what their baseline is. Like if they used to squat 5 sets of 5 at 100 kilos before the ketogenic diet, and then we came in. And I'm like, we'll do 5 sets of 5 squats. How many? And it's either they can't do anywhere near it, or they can.
They can.
I don't know.
You don't know, of course.
And then, so there's no reason to change the exercise because I've heard that you're on a ketogenic diet. You just because no matter what, an exercise program is going to go for 4 weeks and it's going to change.
Exactly.
So
your body gets enough time to get adapted to it.
We just try whatever the most effective form of strength training based on the client history or like what you can do as a client, and then check in and then adjust after 4 weeks.
Just would like to add something in, as you said, client history. I've seen so many personal trainers, they would ask their goals and they would just say, bang, bang, bang. But training under you, I found out that, you put a lot of effort to find clients' history because that's give you so much of benefits, how to keep them away from injuries.
Yeah.
I have never seen much of the personal trainers. They would grab a customer, and the customer said, my goal is to lose weight. They'll put on all the exercise plan. Goes through history.
I don't know.
Joint health, what's been happening, how you
think
eat.
so.
But I think you're spot on up there. Amazing. Good.
Further to that, I don't want to give, because I always give shit answers. I always give answers that don't lead to anything. Possibly the training in the so 10 plus, probably so 8 to 15 rep range might experience some trouble because of the depleted glycogen. And then shorter rest periods in that using those rep ranges might experience some trouble, but I don't even know.
We don't know.
They might be thriving in there because they come from a poor quality diet to a high quality diet. They might feel fucking awesome and be pumping it out.
Pumping iron, left, right, and center. That's it. One more question. If someone is on a low carbohydrate diet, so basically 90% we know that that's for much more for the weight loss or weight management. Would you still recommend cardio, like full on HIIT training, or slow paced cardio like an incline treadmill? What do you would think? Because
for what? What's
for the further shredding?
So for the goal is fat loss.
So goal is fat loss. Go all out. 25 minutes in a high intensity training cardio, or you will still go the slow cardio, like an incline walk for a longer period of a time, or go boom all in one go?
Again, depends on their ability. So I normally tend towards higher intensity, shorter periods. Just because there's it takes less time. There's less stress response. So low intensity steady state. There's a bigger stress response, but shorter high intensity. Easy to manage. In and out quicker. If the body can handle it. If the body can't handle it, then low intensity steady state fantastic. So
that's a great point. So our viewer is going to be happy. So if you are on any low carbohydrate lifestyle, muscle mass can be achieved. Fat loss can be achieved. It all comes down to what type of a food works for your body, what type of lifestyle, and what type of your own personal lifestyle is. Stressed at work, not lack of sleep, not enough fluid in the body. It all plays
so many factors which contribute to what works.
Where we are.
Right? How many hours sleep do you get a night? Oh, you don't sleep. Oh, okay. Well, it's going to be, we're pushing shit uphill no matter what we try.
If you don't have a time for recover, repair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you make a good point that you both type of goals can be achieved.
Yeah.
And you can choose exercise according to how you feel, how your body is responding.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Cool. What else?
What else our viewers would like to know?
Viewers, what's your... Oh, I wanted to, because we haven't even talked about ketone. Ketone is the baby. Did you give birth to?
Yeah, I gave a birth. Yeah, it was in my
penis or the penis.
It was in my penis for 9 months. The recipe which we worked on was 9 months. So came from the background where the family is suffering with bloody diabetes all over the shop. And luckily, being a boy, the family genetics is that way that we are fine. Me and my brothers are fine. So I'm on a mission here. I would like to see people happy. I would like to people come off sugars because they want to. Okay. So the most enjoyed food on the planet is a bread. But we all know people want to have it, but not because of the nasty goes in it. And as you said, every food can be made in the junk way or in the super healthy way. So the bread I wanted to, so I have started this bread, which is by far the world's healthiest bread. The reason being, roughly about more than 50% of Australian population either react to yeast, soy, gluten, dairy, or grains. Grains and gluten.
Yeah.
And most of the breads would have that. So first of all, we need to take these guys out. And these also promote inflammation in the body. As long as there's inflammation going on, hard to lose weight or hard to feel happy, feel great. So we have taken that out. Then another thing is, I also wanted to make a bread which doesn't have insulin spiking properties. You eat bread, insulin goes up, and then you crash after, you're hungry again, brain fog, tired, dizzy. So I want to make something for people who have an insulin resistant or diabetic. And then I want to make something for the people who want to have their bread, but in the most healthiest way for the general population. It's really great for the kids, good for FODMAP people, who had a lot of sensitive stomach. So this bread targets every single person, and these are very super low carbohydrates, ultra low, like 0.9. Good, complete healthy fats in there. You got a complete protein, and you have a fiber, multivitamins, multiminerals, because the ingredients which I put in there is all superfoods themselves. Egg, superfoods, nuts and seeds, superfood, almonds, superfood, psyllium husk, apple cider vinegar for your gut health. We have received such a good response from every single person out there. And they said, by taking all these ingredients out, still tastes like a bread, doesn't crumble, doesn't grow moist. We have a customer who's diabetic and checked blood glucose. Before the blood sugar was 10, 11.5. Doctor said it's very lethal to have that high. And she found us from Instagram, and she lives in Terrigal. And then she bought our bread from one of the shop, and she goes to me, "Oh, you guys have changed our life." And I said, "Wow, how's that?" She goes, "I've been having this bread because since I found out this can be eaten by any person, I've started eating it. From last 3 days, I'm thriving on rosemary and super seed bread with the cheese cream, cashew cream, and blood glucose 7.2. And did not spike at all, and I was feeling full. So that's a really, really good feedback we get from them.
It's funny that a solution that might seem to be, not that important because you're just freaking making bread, but you're solving a really important problem for a lot of people. So there's probably people out there who have diabetes, and the only reason they've still got it or they're not managing it properly is because they're eating fucking bread. They don't give a shit about it. They don't eat anything else. They don't have a sweet tooth. It's just that they can't get off the bread. They toast in the morning. They have a sandwich in the afternoon.
And then one whole loaf before bed.
So like a really simple solution can
I would like to
help
help
space. So
I'd like to help community, and this is where I have started, because there's so much junk in the market. You go and check the ingredient label, you can't even pronounce what chemicals they're using.
Yes.
577, 555, 695 emulsifiers, gums, and all that. So when you read our label, these are all natural food.
Yeah.
Nothing synthetic. Please visit. Where should they visit? If you guys are in Sydney,
go and see. Definitely go and see Bobby in store. Have a chat to him. And you've always got bread, little samples of bread. Do you keep them?
Samples of breads are always there, but
try
the whole loaf always runs out very quickly.
He's awesome to talk to. Can dump a load of amazing information in a very short period of time, and he's quite pleasant to talk to as well. What's the time? 8:45. Okay. So
stay tuned for the next video.
Next video.
Surprise.
Yeah. What are we going to talk about?
What the viewers like to know. Just to help, or what we can do is next time let's bring a couple of products and go through the label just to tell them what's hidden in that, and what's natural good option, what bullshit option. Okay,
that's good. Awesome, dude. Boom.
Make chats for healthy.